VP of Sales.
I'm here speaking with Anthony Mack, a VP of Sales at Salesfloor. How are you, Anthony?
I'm fine, thank you very much. It's great.
So tell me, what is Salesfloor?
Well, Salesfloor is an application basically that will assist retailers, really connecting the sales associate on the floor with a shopper, whether it be in store or on the website. That's truly in the industry what's been lacking. I mean, when you typically come into a store and we develop rapport, the minute you leave, that rapport is gone. And so shoppers typically are saying that, you know what, we're missing that personalized shopping feel with whether it be an in-store shopper after they leave or a website shopper. Because the website shopper has a chat line and so forth. And what Salesfloor is doing is really merging that with a superior customer experience, customer journey is what we're doing.
Okay, so what does that exactly mean?
So what we're doing basically is, as a sales associate on the floor, if you're in the store with me, we're providing an application where, you know, I can via chat, via book an appointment, via live, basically telling me that you're going to attend the wedding and I need a pair of shoes, and then I can basically walk around the store and snap photos and so forth and send it back to you. So there's that area of personalization. But also what we're doing, our application, and you will see that, you know, Anthony Mack or the sales associate can put up a particular web page, my own URL web page from the retailer, curated with products from their particular catalog. And therefore you could come into my store or you can come onto my web page and continue that personal shopping. You could see the products that are on the website. On my page, they're my best sellers. You can click on it, find the product information, you can buy it. All of those things apply, but you're tagged to me.
So an individual salesperson in a retail store can actually create his own or her own online store.
Correct. Basically, it's like a franchise. So the sales associate has a page,
right,
and they are curating that page with product.
Okay.
Right, and that product changes. The sales associate, it's a very user-friendly app where they can drag and drop and change the product, because obviously we're only putting up 16 or a certain segment of what the best sellers are,
right,
and they can change it weekly, whatever the corporate policy is, they can change. So they're putting up products that would sell, and obviously with that, what that in turn means is with the whole outbound marketing of the sales associates, so to all of their friends on social media, you can well imagine that we're now driving more traffic for a retailer, driving it to the store, driving it to the website, and therefore increasing sales.
Okay. So is this actually in production? Is it being used by anybody right now?
Absolutely. We have fantastic, if you go to our website, www.salesfloor.net, we have a fantastic testimonial that's up there from Saks.
Okay.
And Harry Rosen. And there's some great testimonials, video, as well as just written testimonials on there. Absolutely.
Okay, so if you can just tell me, like, what has been the experience with Saks? How has it actually improved their sales?
Well, multiple. There's a lot of different ways to look at that. There's certainly the traffic in the store, because as I said, part of the services along this whole Salesfloor application is to drive people from on the website back to the store to come for appointments and so forth. So that's driving AOV and added value, because we know that conversion rate in the store is much higher than on the web, because people are in the store, they can buy more. So that's one aspect of it, definitely driving there. We're seeing easily an uptake in certainly the opening of emails, because if I send you an email from Anthony Mack, whether your sales associate sends you one and Macy sends you one, probabilities are good that you'll open the one that you've gotten from the person you know.
Right.
Right. So that, and we're coming back down to the premise of everything in everyday life. You buy from people you know, you trust, and you like. Right, and that's kind of what's driving this. So we're seeing uptake in everything all around. With the conversion rate, higher AOV rates, we're seeing all of that happen.
Okay, so how does the technology actually work? What's the implementation like for a retailer?
And that's the beauty of this. My background is all retail. I've implemented big systems before. We're saying 8 weeks. Believe it or not, we're up and running with you from the day we meet with your team. There's not a lot of heavy implementation from integration to payment systems and stuff like that. We're not doing any of that. So it's very easy, very fast, quick to install.
Okay, so, and I'm assuming it's an API-based application.
Yeah.
That's what makes it easier.
Correct. It's a SaaS-based application, so we're hosting everything. All the sales associates, all their pages and so forth are hosted on the Salesfloor application. And like I said, there's the integration to pull in the product category, the product catalog, to pull that in. But that's as complicated as it would get.
Okay. Now, what's the history of the company?
Well, the company's been around since 2013. Obviously, the co-founders, Oscar Sachs and Ben Rodi, have been around before that in the retail space. But truly in 2013 is when we really pushed it out there and really got great acceptance from it, from the customers that we have that have proven that, this is what shoppers want. Shoppers are wanting that enhanced or superior customer personalization experience, and that's what's happening now.
And the company is based in Toronto?
Montreal. The company's based in Montreal.
Oh, Montreal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you see a difference between how consumers in Canada behave as opposed to how they behave in the U.S.?
Yeah, for sure. I think Canada is a little behind, like everything in terms of the technology side, except for chip and pin, for example. Chip and pin, we're obviously in the dominant role there. But certainly on the technology, as far as omni-channel and click and collect and all of that stuff, Canada's a little lagging behind. Obviously, there's a lot more investment by U.S. retailers, and a lot more work is being put in the whole omni-channel space. So that's what's happening there. But certainly, U.S. is definitely the forerunner in this area when compared to Canada.
So everybody's talking about the death of retail, right? Is that true?
It's getting tougher. Certainly, I mean, everybody's talking about the death of retail. You're seeing it's tough. I think the latest study with the NRF was we're looking forward to a good holiday season, is what the forecast is saying. So we'll hope to see that happening. But it's tough. It's definitely a challenge, the retail space, for sure.
And that's basically the biggest challenge, is that people are not going to the store as much anymore, right?
Well, you're seeing that. I mean, the reports have shown that, what are retail reports and analysts saying that, they're trying to do is retailers are trying to bring people back to the store some way, somehow. And you're seeing that where they're getting pretty creative. Some retailers are actually putting in, whether it be stuff for children or coffee shops in their stores so they can drive, because they know people that when they're in the store, the chances are that your average value is going up. Right? And then the other thing that they're trying to do is figure out, how do I best use my associates? Right? And so that's why the Salesfloor application is perfect. We're using our sales associates so you can book appointments with them and hopefully get more traffic to your store. So we're kind of doing both, right? We're driving people from your website to your store. We're using the social media to drive people to your store and onto the web. So that's the big advantage.
How does that work actually in a retail store? Because they staff to handle the traffic. So if somebody's actually working with your app and is busy with doing something, and somebody walks in and needs help, how do the salespeople handle that?
Yeah, there's a couple of ways. I mean, this is obviously a very good question, and rightly so, because if I'm with a customer and I get a live chat come through, what do you do? Customers, as far as sales associates, they typically handle that in a store. If another customer would come up, they would manage that. But certainly on the application standpoint, we can toggle it on and off. You on your iPhone or your PDA device, you can toggle on whether you're on or off and available for chat. So if you're off chat, obviously, then they leave a message or they'll try back, and then you can contact them.
Okay. Is the application on iPhone and on Android right now, or is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's available on both.
Platforms.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. So what do you see for Salesfloor happening? New products or new capabilities in the next few months or next year?
Well, I think there's lots that are going to come up. Obviously, the continuation of the whole personalization and things of that nature. That's important, because there's more and more services around personalization that will come in. Every retailer is different, so that'll happen. Certainly, there's discussion about all these different kind of chat tools that are out there. We have to analyze and see what's going to be the next hottest chat tool that we should be integrated with, and so forth. So there's lots coming up. There's
Okay.
lots coming up.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time. Glad to hear about and learn about Salesfloor. Best of luck.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.